last did you read a book? When last did I read a book? When last did anybody read a book? The only thing I think we read nowadays in this time and age is tweets, text, and comment section. Another thing that I think distracts us from reading books anymore is the cares of this world. But before I dive in deeper explaining why this is, I would like to carry along the visual reference and my thought process of making this video. So first of all, I tried going on the internet to try and find a reference photo, but how that usually ends is that I never actually find what I want. So I have no other option but to take the perfect picture angle I want of myself. So now the struggle will be that to artist by day, photographer by night. So I took a couple of pictures and decided to stick with this one. Made a few edits to make it more visually appealing for me to paint. Now that we are all set, let me explain what I was saying earlier. So one day, while I was going to work on a public bus, I saw a man sitting in front of me with a book. At first glance, I was impressed and I said to myself, wow, when was the last time I saw anyone reading a book? Then I leaned forward to try and see what kind of book he was reading, only for me to find out that it was a Bible. Right there and then, I was even more impressed. So because of how nosy I can be sometimes, when I see something that amazes me, I try to look at what book or chapter in the Bible he was reading, but I couldn't. Why, you may ask? Because of the compendium of information the man had put into his Bible. Things like business cards, phone numbers, addresses, etc. Then I noticed he wasn't actually reading the Bible. He was actually looking for a phone number of a person who would help him install a prepaid meter in his house. How do I know this, you may ask? That was because there was a friend of his sitting beside him. So it was in their conversation I figured out that he wasn't really reading the Bible. Then I said to myself, what if he actually decides to read the Bible with all these informations about other various things in his life he probably also needs to attend to? Let's try and see how this could play out. Let's say he starts reading Matthew 6 verse 25. Then he gets to the part where he wrote down his landlord's number. Then it would be like, oh, I'm actually supposed to call this man to reassure him about my rent. Right there and then he's distracted from reading the Bible. This kind of scenarios remind me of a parable Jesus told of a sower spreading seeds in different places. One place in particular was full of thorns. When the seeds grew a little, they were choked up by the thorns around them. Jesus then explained that the seed is the word of God, and the thorns are the cares of this world, choking out the word from people who receive them. Are you see what I'm saying? It is little distractions like this, sadly, that prevents this generation from getting any wiser. I mean, who is to argue with me that the millennials, when they were our age, they were much more wiser? That is simply because what they used as entertainment was reading knowledgeable books that was able to make them wiser, especially the Bible. No wonder you see our grandpa and grandma speaking big English that we ourselves don't even know. The educated ones though. All we know now is slangs, and trust me, we've come up with a whole bunch of them. Nowadays, what we have for entertainment is various social media apps that bombard us with a lot of information in just one day. Then when we are done, we are left overwhelmed with a lot of information. Although we intend to act on this information we've gotten, but we are overwhelmed by the numerous amounts of information that we don't know where to even start. So we just give up at the end of the day and seek for more information just to keep ourselves occupied throughout the day. So tell me, what is the essence of learning without doing what you learned? Whereas in the aspect of reading books, we have a series of information that focuses on a subject matter. That gives you a more in-depth knowledge of what that subject matter is. Therefore, you are able to grasp the full knowledge of it, unlike having clips of little knowledge here and there. At the end of the day, it all comes up overwhelming and confusing. But in the case of reading books, it is a compendium of information explaining one single thing. Therefore, you are able to comprehend it to the fullest and maximize your learning abilities. So that is the inspiration behind this painting, guys. And hope I am able to encourage you to pick up a book and read, not just for yourself, but for the society at large. Because trust me, it is profitable to have more reasonable people around in the society. If you don't know where to start or you're thinking of reading Romeo and Juliet, please don't. There are thousands of more reasonable books. I can recommend one I just finished reading a while ago. You can find it in the video description or in the comment section. You see, I'm telling you to go and read comment section again. So tell me, guys, you like what you see? And please feel free to share your honest opinions about this video. Also like, follow and share.